All right, so is everybody fueled up? And the in-breath of dawn from the south, where fire is born, from the west, where the water is rising, from the north, the song is the storm. Offer our story. We have come to open the well. It is balance we're seeking in all things. We have come to offer ourselves. Salmon in the stream bed, raven in the sky, will you be the voice of Gaia? Willow in the marsh grass, red-winged fly, will you be the voice of the world? Lizard on the rock face, tongue flick air, will you be the voice of Gaia? Heron on the tide flat, great brown bear, will you be the voice of the world? Building up a bonfire, calling back the light, calling up a green man, we are gathering, calling up a storm cloud, calling back the light, calling up a wild thing, we are gathering here. Now, here, now. The light on the leaves which brings flesh to the bone, which makes possible love and the dancing aloud. The salt in the sea and the sunlight reflected like jewels in the mist that the forest will breathe. The air in my lungs feeds the fire in my blood, brings the life to my heart and my reason for being. The brush of the skin against skin and the nerve that will carry the song to the tongue and the mind. Fire, calling back the light, calling up a wild thing, we are gathering, calling up a storm cloud, calling back the light, calling up an opening, we are gathering here. Now, here, now. Have come to be part of a healing. We have come to celebrate life. We will wake her, Gaia, she's dreaming. We have come to call back the light. Salmon in the stream bed, raven in the sky, will you be the voice of Gaia? Willow in the marsh grass, red-winged fly, will you be the voice of the world? Lizard on the rock face, tongue flick air, will you be the voice of Gaia? Heron on the tide flat, great brown bear, will you be the voice of the world?
gathering.
Calling up a storm cloud,
Calling back the light.
calling up a wild thing.
We are gathering.
Lovers in the dark room,
Calling back the light.
calling up a dark thing.
We are gathering.
Calling up a storm cloud,
Calling back the light.
calling up a wild thing.
We are gathering now.
All right. Okay, that was a good idea. So this one is one I'm, you know, every once in a while you want to do some, you like to play for other people, but sometimes you just really like to play for yourself. Yes. Sometimes it's really hard to tell the difference, honestly, you know. Anyway, this is a song I like to do, and I don't know whether other people like it like I like it, but I like to sing it because I just don't, yeah, exactly. I'm just going to do my own thing here, and you can stay or you can go, just like Jimi Hendrix said to 50,000 people at Woodstock.
You wrote this one for me.
But I did. I wrote this one for Sue. I read this. I got this book about the moon, and even though I can never remember French, one of the things that it said was that the French have a saying that if you want to do something impossible, he wants to put the moon in his teeth. So this song is called "The Moon in Your Teeth." You walked on the water, I stood on the shore. You said it had been done before. I slid a trembling foot forward and stepped on the sea as if it were solid oak floor. I might have been dreaming, I might have been merely counting sheep, or sunk like a stone into the deep. The maritime nomads, we kicked up the sea like sand in a desert of sea. I looked to the night sky where the moon waxed her way and said, I will bring her to me. I might have been dreaming, I might have been merely counting sheep, or sunk like a stone into the deep. But you were there smiling with the moon in your teeth, in a sphere of impossible light. When practical notions lay claim to the night, we dream of impossible things. So off in the distance, your luminous forms flashed brilliant as I turned to go. Beneath me the fishes, small turbulent storms flashed brilliant like lightning below. might have been merely counting sheep. But I walked on my own over the deep and left you there smiling with the moon in your teeth in a sphere of impossible light. When practical notions lay claim to the night, we dream of impossible things. Like you out there smiling with the moon in your teeth in a sphere of impossible light. When practical notions lay claim to the night, we dream of impossible things. All right. Thanks. So I hear there's this guy that is running for president. I heard that his name is Donald Trump. He's this rich asshole from New York or something. But I heard he's got a new book out called My Struggle. He didn't really write it, actually, though. It was one of his friends from boarding school. Ghost wrote it, but he's now come over to the Democrats. He's trying to make some peace, you know. But nobody's taking him seriously. I just thought you guys ought to know that. I think there's a German translation somewhere. So I guess we'll just have to dedicate that to that whole side of the party. Well, someone told us to wait and said go on with your sleeping. They put a sign on the gate saying word will set you free. Now I don't like to hate, but they got another thing coming. If they think there's a way, we're gonna ever let that be. You can cower in the back of your cell, hoping the hangman will pass you by. Or you can wake up, stand up, step out into daylight, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. Hit first, hit fast, knock them till they stay down, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. That thing about liberties, you know they're taking, not giving. If you wanna be free, you might have to make a stand. Because the powers that be won't entertain a quiet question. Power never concedes a single thing without a demand. You can cower in the back of your cell, hoping the hangman will pass you by. Or you can wake up, stand up, step out into daylight, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. Head first, head fast, knock until they stay down, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. It's been a long, mean sleep. It's been a cold, wet winter. We might have dug too deep to think we'd ever see the sun. We had a good hard cry, but now we're done with our weeping. We got us just one life when it's all been said and done. You can cower in the back of your cell, hoping the hangman will pass you by. Or you can wake up, stand up, step out into daylight, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. Head first, hit fast, knock until they stay down, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. Rise up, jump up, step into your own life. Step over the hangman, jump up, dive in, walk into the sun. All right, Larry Golding. All right, thank you. Wow. That's going to be on the next record. We just mixed it. We just mixed it last week, and I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy named Wands. He's the guy that sang the chorus on Thrift Shop. You know that.
With the pink suit.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got 20. Yeah. Well, he's singing the bottom line on the chorus there, so it's this really wonderful, rich, chewy chorus, and it's really sweet. And you should, if you like that, you should adopt a song and help us finish the record so we can put it out. And the forms are over there on the table. And, you know, the more you donate, the more interesting tchotchkes you get. You know, you get a Sutini original if you donate $500, I think. Okay. And one of her signed photographs.
Sure, I'll make something for you.
And other stuff like that. But, yeah. So that was our heavy song. That's the heavy song for the evening, you know. But this one's a little lighter. This is a sing-along. I went to Evergreen. I went to Evergreen, and they had a lot of group households in the late 70s and early 80s at Evergreen, and everybody. There was still a whole lot of leftovers from the Back to the Land movement in the 70s. You know, we all wanted to be one with the earth and stuff, you know. And then we found out that, you know, it's fucking backbreaking labor. and suddenly there were reasons for us to be going to college. and I was reading something else that, you know, I think it might have even been somebody like Wendell Berry or Stuart Brand who said that there's a reason that as soon as the jobs became available in the cities, everybody moved off the farm. and I kind of understand that now. I can't even sweep the needles off my roof without getting trapped up there. It was hilarious, lad. It was like 2 nights ago. I got stuck. I just couldn't get off. I had to shout for my neighbor Joe, and he actually came over and helped me. I just felt it was kind of embarrassing, really. But it was better than falling.
But you fixed the leak.
But I fixed the leak.
You fixed the leak. We have no more leaks.
Yeah.
See? It was really good.
And I got a good story. See, every adventure has a story. So, and
He got down safe. Yeah. That's the important thing. Yes, Joe is always happy.
Yes.
Especially
now. So this is kind of like a high five to my old Evergreen days, and it's one of those things. It's a sing along. And how many of you all are stone cold tone deaf? Raise your hand. Okay, that's great. Tonight is your night. Tonight, you guys get a solo. And everybody in the room gets a solo, but we're going to do them all at the same time because it's just more practical that way. But what's important, and like I said, I went to Evergreen. What's important is that you all just ignore everybody else in the room and blow like you're John Coltrane. And there's only 12 notes in the scale, but you can use all of them, right? So don't worry about keys. And the reason that we really need the stone cold tone deaf people to sing loud and proud is that the instrument we're all supposed to be imagining ourselves playing is a bagpipe. So here's the lead. And you have to learn the melody. The melody goes like this. And you hold your nose on your thing. And when we say bagpipe solo, we don't even know how many measures you have. You just blow until it feels right. Right? So here we go. It doesn't matter if it's a little out of tune because we're playing for bagpipes. 1, 2, 3. Da-da-dum, 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 country with a half a dozen lovers. We're gonna move to the country. Oh, honey, squeeze on over. And we'll leave behind the city and with it our gun. When we get to where we're going, well, we'll shoot it out. And I'll sing that over again.
Why don't you start over there?
And we'll leave behind the city and with it our doubts. When we get to where we're going, well, we'll hoot and shout and we'll hold each other upside down and we'll shake the concrete out. We'll be totally independent, we'll be off the grid. Except for the solar power we'll sell back to the feds. And we'll make some halfway decent art between the gardening and the sex when we move to the country with a half a dozen lovers. We're gonna move to the country. Oh, honey, squeeze on over. We'll find the hundreds month again, our ideas will spread. Even born-again fundies will find sense in their heads. And we'll have Woodstock every weekend and invite the Grateful Dead. And we'll barter for the tools and the extras we need. Let the fictional economy go to seed. Till some genius at the FBI discovers that pot is just a weed. And he moves to the country with a half a dozen lovers. We're gonna move to the country. Honey, squeeze on over. Bagpipe solo!
That was beautiful.
And every note we sing in harmony will be in tune. We'll plant organic gardens in the nude. And we'll trade away our given names for ones like Raven, Child, and Moon. And everybody on the planet will make peace with their past. Every man, woman, child will want it last. And we'll burn up all the mortgages when the major banks collapse. And we'll move to the country with a half a dozen lovers. We're gonna move to the country. Oh, honey, squeeze on over. We're gonna move to the country. 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 All right.
Thank you.
So this is our, since we're so close to solstice and Xmas and all those things, we have to do our obligatory Xmas song. Because, you know, Mom needs more Christmas music, doesn't she? I think this song is on Ecstasy in the Ruins, isn't it? Or is it on Belladonna Smiles?
I think it's on Belladonna Smiles.
So everybody should send a copy of Belladonna Smiles home to Mom for Christmas this year.
There you go.
It's like I have this dream. I have this dream. In the music business, you know you've really made it when they're playing your stuff at the grocery store. Right? I mean, you know, when Muzak is playing it with, classical guitars, you know, you've made it. And I remember an article by Mel Brooks that it really blew his mind that he'd be walking through the grocery store and he'd be seeing these little old ladies going, dun da da dun da dun da da da. And so he put his disease in me. And now that is my dream. I want to see little grandmothers waltzing through the grocery stores singing this song. Every day is Christmas when you undo your presents. Every day is Christmas when you undo the twine. Santa's on the way and you know he's a-coming, but before he hits the chimney, well, he's taking a ride. He's going down south, see a rainy weather, heading down south, and the water is fine. Running down south, best bring your umbrella. It's Christmas down south of your Mason-Dixon line. Better be good, yeah, you better listen. Better be nice when you're spinning your top. Better be friendly when I'm mopping up your kitchen. Better be quiet or maybe I'll stop. Going down south, see a rainy weather, heading down south, and the water is fine. Running down south, best bring your umbrella. It's Christmas down south of your Mason-Dixon line. You got a secret, I'm gonna tell it. You got a secret, you told a lie. You told me that that you were not religious, but last night I heard you say, oh, gotta, going down south, see a rainy weather, heading down south, and the water is fine, running down south, best bring your umbrella, it's Christmas down south of your Mason-Dixon line. Some say it's a sin, but they don't know what they're missing. Say it's a sin, but come on, sin's a lie. If you don't like the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you don't like the taste, well, you can't have any pie. When you're going down south, see a rainy weather, heading down south, and the water is fine. Running down south, best bring your umbrella. It's Christmas down south of your Mason-Dixon line. Oh, holy night. Jingle bells, ringing your jingle bells. Well, I wish I was in the land of Continuum, 'cause I'm going down south. I was running down south, slipping and sliding, slipping and sliding, slipping and sliding all the way down south. 'Cause it's Christmas down south of your Mason-Dixon line.
Merry Christmas.
That's right. You know your mama's just waiting for that song. I know it's kind of hard to imagine sometimes, especially when you're young, you know. If you ever met my mother, what a trip. And yet, there's just something about that I know that they had at least 4 moments, because I have 3 brothers. I was really lucky. The one thing that they weren't ever like with each other, they were creatures of the 40s, but they were never mean to each other. They didn't put each other down. You know, I remember my 60-year-old mother saying, "You just have the cutest butt. You're just my little cutie pie. I could just chase you all over the house." And you know, to my father, not to me. Jesus fuck.
No.
Go sit in the corner. That was bad. That was bad. But
All the times you've done that to me.
well, you know, she's got a really pretty mom. But yeah, I don't know where we were going with that. It just made me think of. I mean, they're long dead now. You know, what do? You die. But I think they had their fun moments. I think they did, and I was really lucky that mostly the only diseases they put into me were, desperation about money, and that's kind of universal anyway. I don't know what it has to do with this song. Except, well, it's a very strange place. 1, 2, 3. Nobody walks alone, nobody makes it on their own. We're all connected like the sea. Everyone needs a hand, some common ground to understand. We build consensus reality. And it's a strange world we're swimming through among like-minded fools. If it's the same world for me and you, well, who makes the rules? We make them up as we go. I've seen it everywhere. The wealthy ride and skip the fare. I've lost my patience for the scam. They steal or buy the votes, give to the haves from them that don't. They shear us like we're frightened lambs. And it's a strange world they're tripping through. They think us like-minded fools. If you want to sing world for me and you, better change the rules. They make them up as they go. Sacred cow, from Chairman Mao to Rush Limbaugh, their method's always been the lie. Taking the checkout scene, whole forests fall for magazines. They keep us fooled enough to buy. And it's a strange world we're tripping through. Are we like-minded fools? If you want to sing world for me and you, better grab the tools and make it up as we go. I remember this song. We recorded this song a month or two ago.
I don't sing on this one.
I don't think you do. It's weird. How can you not sing on a song?
There's a couple.
Do I tune down? Okay. Do I drop D on that? How fast does it go? 1, 2, 1, 2. if you know what I mean. Time leaves a trace with the lines in the mirror, crawling through the distance between you and me. And you wonder, when your thoughts are so bold, it feels like the road to infinity. Later you wonder, am I just growing old? Is it really the road to senility? Finding my place in the time-space continuum, caught in flagrante, we refuse to be shamed. All in a race to the gates of oblivion, skies full of lightning will spell out your name. And you wonder how skin against skin it goes deeper within to infinity. When you're younger, there's no way to see into a future that's been to infinity. Finding my place in the time-space continuum, cold is the water and hard is the stone. A few more freezes and summer will be on us. We'll gather up the lovers and count them as our own. When you're younger, there's no way to see into a future that's been to infinity. But I'm still filled with wonder at how skin against skin it goes deeper within to infinity. All the way to infinity. Racing senility. All the way to infinity. All right. Larry Golding, Sonny Larson, Taryn Weber, Sue Tinney. And I'm Chris Bingham, and we're Bone Poets Orchestra. So we got a couple more tunes to do for you. And then that'll be that.
Can we mention the amazing videos that we have for some of our new songs?
Oh, yes, the amazing Teresa Green.
Teresa. Beautiful, beautiful work. The one that just came out, I think, was Infinity?
Yes.
I think
It was Infinity.
It's so great. It's so. I watched it like 4 times in a row. It's so cool.
It's really lovely.
Yep, and if you go to the, I think you can get to it from the Bone Poets YouTube page, yeah. Just do a hashtag Bone Poets.
Yeah, and just recently, a lot of the Bone Poet stuff has gone up on YouTube. So if you kind of play around on there, just look for Bone Poets, and you'll find a whole lot of our stuff.
Yeah, Bone Poets or Bone Poets Orchestra. We're available there.
It's pretty cool.
In fact, Teresa did a video for this one.
As a matter of fact.
Yes. That's right.
This one had boxers and ballerinas in it.
Yes.
It did.
It really did.
I wrote this song with boxers and ballerinas in mind, and it worked. still writhing, still reeling. Say, have you seen my bootstrap? I've heard there's never shame in hope. We give some, we take some, we give back more in plenty. Someday I'll learn to let it go. But if you hear this, I hope you know I'll rise to it. And maybe you'll rise with me too. Oh, let me know that I've gotten through. Still breathing, still moving. I've landed hard. Harder than this. So for the beginning of this song, just to put everything in perspective here, for the beginning of this song, you have to imagine a ballroom full of Georgian dancers, all in their little pince nezes and their little tight collar thingies and their fancy dresses, and they're all dancing around. And when the song stops, they all turn and look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I just think I'm the only person that really has that in their head at this point. And so it's not really communicated in the music. And so imagine that. And then imagine a fast cutaway to a seamless white background with a beautiful woman in a Egyptian haircut thing, where it's a straight flat bangs and a bob thing, and she's in black leather with a whip in one hand and holding the instrument in the other.
I had literally no idea.
Maybe even stroking it, because it's such an interesting instrument. There we go.
It's an amazing place. You should hear what he says at 5 a.m.
We like to pun. Lots.
Yeah.
And the little intro actually has a name. It's called Trust a Thief to Steal. So there you go.
He's quite pneumatic.
Need a real change, but not a long change. I need a long change, don't want no small change. I want it all changed, don't want the wrong change. I want a sweet change, I want a sex change ray gun. Sex change ray gun. Sex change. Make you man up, might make you stand up, might make you curl up. Your panties jump up, your manners come up. Look out below, we got a sex change ray gun. Sex change ray gun.
it's you who gets to decide.
He's quite pneumatic.
Sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun. Well. They say the grass is greener on the other side. Imagine your demeanor when it's you who gets to decide.
He's quite pneumatic.
Sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun. Well, sex change, ray gun.
Way down in Georgia, south of the border, from Arizona, way off in Mordor, in Saudi Arabia, the men get labia. We'll see who's driving with a sex change ray gun. Sex change ray gun. Sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun.
Quite pneumatic.
Well, sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun. Well, sex change ray gun.
Quite pneumatic.
Well. All right. So there we are. Larry Golding, Sonny Larson, Sue Tinney, Taryn Weber, I'm Chris Bingham. We're Bone Poets Orchestra. Thank you guys for coming. We're so happy you came and filled out the room for us like this. It really makes a huge difference, trust me.
You are our Christmas present.
And thanks again to Soul Food for having us, and Kevin for doing sound, and all the lovely people behind them. Who's it over there? Tip them big and treat them well and let them feed you and buy our stuff, and all that good shit, and have the best of all possible solstices and New Year's, and we will see you sometime. Who knows when. See you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Larry Golding, Sonny Larson, Sue Tinney, Taryn Weber, I'm Chris Bingham, Bone Poets Orchestra. Thank you very much. We got one more. Of course we got one more. We got 9 albums, of course we got one more.
Thank you. I don't know if we know any more songs.
Say what? If you guys can remember the words better than me. It could be a sing-along. My strap's all strappy. Oh well, I'll be all right. I'm all right. I got it. I think this will work. I only got one more song. It'll be okay. I can handle it. I'm a pro. Let me tell you. Probably ought to. No, Julia, the amazing Julia made this strap actually. Yes, Julia Logan Trimarco, maker of amazing sewn things. You should have her sew things for you. Pay her to do that because she's really, really good. Look her up. Julia Logan Trimarco. Yes. Last time I heard, yeah. Yeah, I had a C in my hand, but that was just because I was hanging out there. I knew that. This one has a lot of words. But it's one we want you to go home singing, right? You know? Because it's, the whole thing is we're supposed to come together and do all this stuff and have all these thoughts. And then you go home with this idea that you can take it out to the world and do something interesting with it and maybe make the world just a little bit nicer, a little bit more active. And if you have a sex change ray gun, you can just have fun with your friends. Like, that's just like, a world of fun. Trust me. Wait until it comes out. We've got a patent pending and everything. It's fuck this music stuff. It's
yeah, that and the transporter. They've been on our list for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that made it more out of tune. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Digging in, 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 digging in,
Digging where you are. Lay on your hands and heal. Grab the handle, pull the lever, guide the spinning wheel. Digging where you are. Sow the fertile seed. Pull your roots up, put your roots down, find and fill a need. I tried to live with no regrets. We live, we learn. I don't know where we'll end up next, but there's no return. If you're gonna find it, find your place and go. If you're gonna make the time now. If you're gonna change it, change the world we know. If you wanna change it, change your life.
digging in, 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 digging in,
Digging in, digging in, digging in, digging in, digging in, digging in,
digging in, digging in, digging in,
digging where you are. Make your vision seen. Turn the light on, shine your beam in, hold the steady beam. Digging where you are. Walk the living land. Taste the water, walk the valleys, know it like your hand. I tried to live with no regrets. We live, we learn. I haven't seen perfection yet, but there's no return. If you're gonna find it, find your place and go. If you wanna take the time now. If you're gonna change it, change the world we know. If you wanna change it, change your life. you are. Grind the cutting blade. Bend your back down, stretch your arms in, grind the cutting blade. Digging where you are. Let your tale be heard. Put your boots on, put your hands in, speak the shining word. I haven't seen perfection yet. We live, we learn. I tried to live with no regrets, but there's no return. If you're gonna find it, find your place and go. If you're gonna make it, make the time now. If you're gonna change it, change the world we know. If you wanna change it, change your life. Dig it in, dig it in, dig it in. Dig it in, dig it in, dig it in. Dig it in, dig it in, dig it in. Thanks very much. We're Bone Poets Orchestra. Drive safe. Have a sweet night.
Thank you.
We'll see you all sometime in the future. Maybe. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much for supporting our work.
Thank you.